2 minutes.
You must know that every move of yours can lead you to lose the opportunity.
Or do you think the opportunity cannot be recreated?
Wise move, wise man.
Thank you. But as a scholar, it always feels blessed when the compliment is from a Frenchman.
Don't include me in that variety of Frenchmen.
Oh, come on. I know you're special. Lance Delores. Who isn't aware of your visit to the King of Almeric Island last week, where you famously suggested him to invade all the land possible?
If not me, you were always there to provide him the idea. We all heard about your endeavors in the Casefo territory. Their king would always be thankful to you. It was your suggestion that made him marry 3 girls on the same day. So, he got rid of his impotency very next year. Richard, take my word seriously. All the important king in the world are looking out for you.
I think we should agree on one. That it is the beauty of our brains. That no important decision is made without our advice. The royals should be thankful to us for our thinking capabilities. It is us who has the true wisdom. Not those mighty, majestic kings.
I agree with you on that. Apart from being majestic, do king desire anything else?
Yes, of course.
What?
I have noticed that most of the emperors are obsessed with different variety of pleasures. Wine or women, triumph for treasures, dinner or dance. You offer them any. Oh, they reject now.
And what do you think about the king of the blessed land? His 3 questions are uneasy to answer. I am not completely sure what I will answer him in the royal court when the week begins on Monday.
I think this king is quite different. We don't see a curious king that often.
By the way, what are you going to answer to those three questions?
Oh, come on. I'm not going to tell you that. Do you ever play a friend's trick on me? Oh, for now, I can tell you I have found the answers to these questions. I would prefer them to be acknowledged in the royal court. I'm very sure you're well prepared for the discussion.
No doubt, I have done my research on those earlier questions. But there are other two things I'm curious for.
And what are those two things?
Firstly, I am not sure what kind of reward the king will provide us if we answer satisfactorily.
And what is the other thing?
Alistair,
Oh, for the sake of God, don't take the name of that jumped up, highly motivated, ever so obsequious minister of the king. I'm not sure how can a king consider a person with no brains and a typical runner-up mentalities intelligent.
not only is intelligent for the king, but also is welfare minister. I am sure he would be present in the discussion.
Let him be present there. And make sure he ends up being a runner-up.
Before you begin, I would like to inform you all that these questions have not just amazed me from last few months, but have also triggered a sense of curiosity in me. I have wandered from my kingdom to theirs, but I could not figure out the answer to at least one question. If I fail to discover what is the right time to do anything? Who is the most important person I should care for? And what is the thing that should be given priority to be done? I'll consider it as a shame for my wisdom. So, if any one of you is able to give me suitable answer, I would reward him with a bag full of gold and also an important office in the state. What do you think, Christopher?
My lord, I'm afraid I couldn't find answer to your questions. I know it is a dishonor to your majesty and an insult to all the beautiful minds present here. But the nature of the questions, which I feel is quite inquisitive, and I may not hesitate to say that the questions being so special could occur only to a wise and intelligent person as yourself. In fact, the questions which are thrilling you, my lord, day and night, are now thrilling me. My lord, provide me an opportunity to sit here and listen to the discussion.
What is your opinion, Richard?
My lord, my great king, the savior of our nation, I count myself as a thick-headed ignorant before your wisdom. I think in order to know the right time for every action, one must draw a table in advance of days, months, and years, and live according to it. Only thus, my lord, could everything be done at its proper time.
What do you think, Alistair?
I doubt it. Because it will be incredibly difficult to prepare such a list. One cannot live his entire life according to a prefixed routine. His life would be in great jeopardy. Moreover, it is impossible to decide correctly the right time for every action. But that one not letting oneself be absorbed in idle pastimes and in foolish pleasures. One must attend to all that is going on and then do the most needful.
But if one cannot live by a prefixed routine, how can one attend to everything that is going on? In order to know the right time for every action, one must have a to-do list. And that is the most important thing.
Well, looks like our friend have a worthy to-do list, which always keeps him on time. But what happened to its dependability? That you arrived here late by some 35 minutes.
What is your view, Lance?
King, I think it needs more than one man to decide right time for every action. And for a king who has the burden of carrying the entire nation on his shoulder, I will recommend you to appoint a council who will help you to fix the proper time for everything.
Brilliant! Your idea looks brilliant.
Oh, my lord, everything cannot be laid before a council. Such as your recently aroused interest in the young girls of newly discovered Morocco Island. Such an enclosement will bring a great deal of shame and embarrassment.
Then what is the right way to know the right time to do anything? Or are you the most brilliant, cunning, wise men? Have no solution for the first question.
Well, I think I just got the right answer. A solution so adequate, so brilliant, and undoubtedly the most suitable to find the right time for every action. Gentlemen, this discovery which I am making will change the concept of doing anything and may be regarded as the most brilliant idea. And my theory will just shake the entire world and I may be considered as the most brilliant person.
Just tell your solution, Alistair.
To know the right time for every action, my king. One must know the consequences of his actions. He must know what will happen if he does a particular thing. And I'm pretty much sure neither me, nor you, or anyone present here has the slightest intelligence to know what will happen in future. It is only the magicians who knows that. So in order to know the right time for every action, one must consult magicians.
And that is your idea. Magicians.
Yes, only a magician.
That is your idea that will change the entire world. Have you gone out of your mind? Or do you want me to plan your retirement, Alistair? Do you think the king of my aptitude, blessed with every skill, highly intelligent, will consult a magician to find out the right time to do anything? I counted you as a wise person, Alistair. Well, it becomes clear. Nobody here has the slightest of intelligence to know how to find out the right time to do anything. Hence, my first question remains unanswered. Can any one of you let me know who is the most important person I should listen to and care for?
Doctor.
Warriors,
Priests.
Hmm.
nobody else than our soldiers deserve more respect and care. They are the one who let us feel secure.
You have a valid point, Lance.
But my lord, a soldier can't cure an illness, but it is a doctor who can.
Equally important.
Oh my lord, what if you never fall ill? Or you never lose any war?
That would be the greatest idea. Who can make that possible?
My king, my lord, a priest can. If a priest prays for you, and only for your fortunes, you'll never fall ill, or you'll never lose any war.
Your argument is brilliant and would have been the most brilliant to me if I had belief in God.
What?
Yes, my friend, I am an atheist.
But king, a priest can.
I think we should focus on discussing the last question. What is the most important thing in this world?
My lord, in my understanding, it is the science which is the most important thing. How can one ignore its accomplishments? That it is the science which makes man to sail the man into the heart of the oceans and build grand palaces and pyramids. It is the science which discovers medicines for the deadliest diseases and saves lives of millions of patients around the world. Well, I can agree with all of you on anything on the previous question, but there is no room to accept anything else as the most important thing to pay attention.
Do you think science is more important than God?
Those are two different things, Richard.
Yes or no?
No.
Gentlemen, even if we somehow are able to reach the moon, which I think is nearly impossible, man cannot defy God. It is God who creates everything and tends to destroy them. So, in order to maintain a healthy relationship with God, one must worship Him. And that is the most important thing to do.
Well, Richard, you have a valid point this time.
But king, science and God are two different things. We cannot depend upon. And for a king, it is more practically important to ready for a war. So to defend his nation, he must endeavor to learn the skill in warfare. He must take necessary steps so his army is well trained and ever ready for any outbreak of war. And that is the most important thing I think we should focus on.
Richard, Lance, Alistair, you all have a valid point in this regard, which compels me to consider your intelligence as brilliant. But still, I feel a deep curiosity within me, as if I have not got the right answer. I need to consult someone who will show me the right way. Hence, my friend, I won't be able to reward any one of you.
My lord, if your majesty wishes, I'd like to have a talk with you.
Yes, Christopher. Allow me to hear the answers to those questions.
My lord,
What?
I don't have any answer for those questions.
Then what made you come here?
I came here to talk.
Or are you going to keep quiet like you did in the court? It is surprisingly strange, Christopher. Nobody could answer correctly to something which diminishes this inquisitive thought. Not even you. Do you not want your king to be ahead in everything he does? Do you not want me to make the right decision whenever I make any? Or are you not aware? If I know the right time to begin everything, the most important person and the activity, I would be right this at every action of mine. Would I not help our people and think of their welfare?
Prostrate at your majesty's feet. My lord, wouldn't I let you know if I knew those answers? Your grace knows I exist here only to serve you. Can't be a servant, counsel, or an advisor. There is nothing else than your majesty that is bountiful to me. If it were in my power to make you live forever, I would. Or to make you rich that you enrich all men in the world, or even so powerful that all the world should obey you, or even as wise as to answer these questions. I may not answer them, Your Highness, but I suggest you something which could help you to acknowledge those facts.
That would be a kind gesture to the king of the blessed land.
My lord, I have heard about a wise hermit who lives in the woods. He is widely known for his wisdom. It is said that there is no knowledge in the world which he does not hold, or exist no question which he cannot solve. I would advise you to consult him.
I think you are right on your advice to consult him.
But my king, he receives none but common people. So you must visit him in an attire of a corner.
I'll do exactly the same. When the sun sets high in the sky tomorrow, I'll depart to visit the hermit along with my soldiers, and may have to leave them before reaching his hut.
Kindly be seated, we have a break for 5 minutes and then we'll continue the next part.
Oh, wise men, I have heard there is no knowledge that you do not hold. There is no question that you cannot answer. I have come to ask you answers for my three questions. How can I learn to do the right thing at the right time? Who are the people I require the most? And for whom should I care more than the rest? What affairs are the most important and require my first attention? I think you are tired. Let me take a spade and work a while for you.
Thank you.
I thought it would be a tough job, but it's not that tough if done properly.
Actions always prove why words mean nothing.
Oh, come on. This sweat is just temporary. All I need is a glass of water.
Is that all you need?
You know, Weissman, why I came here? To know answers to my questions, which are thrilling me day and night.
You seem to be tired. Let me work a while.
You know, Weissman, why I came here? To know answers to my questions. If you can give me none, tell me so. I'll return home.
Let us see who it is.
He is severely wounded.
Would you mind taking off his shirt? If this can help. Son, don't like this one. You'll be all right. Let us take him inside. Oh!
Forgive me. Oh. Oh. Forgive me. I do not know you, and I have nothing to forgive you for. I know you do not know me, but I know you. I am that enemy of yours who sought to revenge himself on you because you executed my brother and seized his property. I knew that you had gone alone to see the hermit. And I resolved to kill you on your way back. But the day passed, and you did not return. So I came out of my ambush to find you, and came upon your bodyguards. They recognized me and wounded me. Somehow, I escaped from them and should have bled to death if you had not dressed my wound. I wished to kill you, and you have saved my life. Now, if I live, I will serve you as your most faithful slave, and will bid my sons do the same. Forgive me. Your brother was an active criminal. He was charged with the brutal murder of diamond merchant aging nearly 70. Also, he was a threat to the security of the state, as he was allied to rival countries. Your decision to revenge on me was a product of biased thinking. If you had researched the truth a bit, you wouldn't have dreamt of attacking me. But I forgive you, not because you apologize, but finally you have seen the light. I'll send my servant and physician to attend you till you recover. Thank you, my lord. Thank you. For the last time, I pray you, wise men, to answer my questions.
You have already been answered.
How answered? What do you mean?
Do you not see? If you had not pitied my weakness yesterday, had not done those beds for me yesterday, and had gone your way, that man would have attacked you. And you would have repented for not staying with me. So the most important time was when you were digging those beds. I was your most important person. what you did for me was your most important business. Afterwards, when that man ran to us, the most important time was when you were attending him. And if you had not bound up his wounds, he would have died without making peace with you. So the most important time was you were attending him. He was your most important person. And what you did for him, your most important business. So always remember, there is only one time that is important. Now. Because it is the only time when we have any power. The most important person is with whom you are. Because no man ever knows whether he will be having dealings with anyone else in future or not. And to do him good is your most important business. Because for that purpose alone was man sent to this life.